I always considered myself a quintessential connector. I'm a people person. And as a Sagittarian, I am a true extrovert. So I've always been that person that talks to people and be like, oh, you should know X, Y, and Z. Let me introduce you to blah, blah, blah. So it always have been a natural thing for me. I've also always wanted to share how travel has been truly transformative in my life. I would see sprinkles of people of color walking around Tulum, and my first thought is like, yo, what's up, bro? What's up, sis? Where y'all headed? You know, how long you here? And those conversations led to, hey, you know, if you're in town a little longer, let's connect. I want to put together a brunch. And what people don't know is I lived in the DMV, which is the Washington, D.C. area, and brunch is a culture. So brunch will start, you'll meet your friends for brunch like 11 a.m. and come home at 2 a.m. That's how deep brunch is. So I just wanted to connect us over breaking bread, which is, I would say, a universal way of really bringing people together. And I just did that here in Tulum. It was simply just having a meal, and that literally turned into this movement. So through this journey, I have learned a lot about me. I don't know if it particularly was Black in Tulum, but Black in Tulum was definitely the vessel. I became so open and accessible to everyone. I was very much like, come, you know, let's just break bread, let's have a good time. And I'm just in this like, oh, we're doing it. And I think my head was in the clouds a little bit, because there's always people who are not there to root for you in the right way. So it made me start needing to look and observe, to sit back and ask myself, when I get through talking to this person, am I left feeling depleted? Am I left feeling anxious? And if so, I need to disconnect from this person before I work with a person, or before I bring them into my brand and my business. I need to try to connect with them. And if I don't connect with them and I feel like there's resistance, I just shy away, because I'm in this place of I would like things to ease and flow. And if they don't ease and flow, that's okay, but I need to flow on. Sometimes doing what you love becomes a job. And with every job, sometimes it just doesn't feel good because it's pressure. And with the pressure is where I almost threw in the towel 15 million times. As much as I love, you know, people, as much as I love curating experiences, when it becomes too hectic and too much like a job, I was just like, I'm done. I'm not doing this no more. I'm hanging up the Black in Tulum. Like, I was done 15 million times, I promise you, in the first 2 years. I was done. If it wasn't for people saying, no, Nubia, no, you have to push through. You have to push through. So I pushed through, and here I am still. So hiring an actual photographer and a videographer was important to me. Not that I'm nameless or faceless, but I felt like I needed to have a more professional presence and less of a, you know, snap and go shot kind of presence. So I wanted to take time and invest in me and my next level to where I want to go. So to have Jesse do the videos and come into my events and capture what some people never will see, because it's like you have to be there. It's because it's a vibe, right? And it's hard to capture vibes, especially when people are drinking and dancing. But there's times when you have a person with a trained eye that can walk in an establishment and see a guy and a girl talking and how he looks at her and he captures that moment, right? Or friends just kicking it and he captures those moments to show that Black in Tulum is not just events. Like, these are people sharing their, moments with us, right? Coming all the way to Mexico for us. Madeline, I've been wanting to work with her for a number of years. And when her photos come through my timeline on Black in Tulum, we repost them immediately because the way she captures people of color, their skin tones, the color palettes that she uses against some of the backdrops of the jungle and the cenotes, and in my head, and I might get a little choked up because I think that a lot of women might resonate with where I'm going with this. I think in our heads, we see ourselves as being so beautiful, so sexy and desirable, but yet when we go into a store and we try something on and we're like, oh, I don't like my breasts, I don't like my hips, I don't like my fupa, and if only I was 2 times smaller. She took this one particular photo and I had a sarong on and she was like, take it off. And I just looked at her and she was like, trust me, take it off, you're gonna be okay. And I took it off and she set me up for the shot. It was the most beautiful photo. And I was like, this is how I see myself in my head, but never thought I would get to see myself like that in a photo. And you just created that for me. Like, it was stunning, to say the least. What's in my cup? So I am a coffee and a tea drinker. However, when I know I got a lot going on and I need to be focused and work on just some clarity and digestion and all of that, I'm drinking ginger tea. However, it's fresh ginger tea. I just buy some fresh ginger root and I peel it, chop it up, and I just put it in my cup with a little honey or agave and hot water, and I just let it sit. And I try to drink this at least once a day, and it helps to just, work on digestion, inflammation, anything that I feel like can tear down my immune system when I'm in the process of doing what I like to call the most. So tea keeps me nice and calm and in a zen place.
Please subscribe to my channel.